Hey, ESCAPETHEROOMers, Brandon here. We are at Puzzle Theory, and I'm standing here with Nick. How are you?
Hey, how's it going?
Good. So, Nick and his wife are the owners of this company. They also build everything in this company. And today, we tried 3 out of the 4 rooms that they currently have available. The first one we tried was Dimension Gate. The second one was the Wizard Realm. And the third one was the Jungle Dimension. And they have a 4th one, which is exactly where we're standing in right now, which is called
The Experiment.
The Experiment. Okay, and if you didn't know, all the stories are somehow tied together to one specific character.
Yep, main protagonist.
Main protagonist.
Dr. X.
Yes. I have a feeling Nick might be Dr. X, but no. So tell us, let's talk about Puzzle Theory. When did you guys open?
We opened September 23rd, 2016.
Wow, okay. And when did you open all the rooms at the same time, or was it a progressive thing?
It was progressive. Our first room we opened with was The Interview, which we actually retired last year.
Okay.
And then a couple weeks later, we opened with our second room, which was The Missing Doctor, and we retired that one 4 months ago to build the Wizard Realm.
Oh wow! So Wizard Realm is the newest one that you have here,
Yep.
And it's a lot of fun. I mean, they're all a lot of fun. They're all very different, especially for the type of escape room enthusiast that you are. They have. I feel like each room caters to a different type of player.
Yeah.
And I think that's great. So in terms of the near future for Puzzle Theory, what do you have going on? You have more rooms coming, swapping out?
Yeah, we actually just recently found, we were offered more space in this building.
Okay.
And we're going to make it a really large 650 square foot game.
Wow.
For October 1st, hopefully. That's the goal. We're actually, for the first time, working with a designer to help us out because we're not very good at the horror elements of games, but we really want a horror themed room, especially in time for Halloween.
Yeah.
So
so it will be by Halloween this year?
Yep, October 1st this year.
Oh man, we gotta put it in our books too. And will that have live actors in it? Or you don't know officially?
I don't think we're gonna use live actors. We might have the game master do something in the room. We're not quite sure yet.
Okay.
But we already have a huge plan already done up for it, so we kind of have most of it worked out. We just have to start building.
Very cool. We usually like to ask this question with all the owners / builders and creators, and I think it's more important that we ask you this question because it's so story driven.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you get your ideas when you create a room? I think the first room you had, because I think it kind of like built off of that.
Yeah.
How did you come up with the ideas for the content, the puzzle design, the room design?
So when we first started to even consider doing escape rooms, we kind of thought about what we would want to do for telling stories, because at the time, back in 2016, there weren't that many escape rooms in the area, and no one was really telling very in-depth stories yet. They were just doing this one theme room, and we wanted to try to do it to where every time you come back, it kind of builds upon the last time you were here.
Right.
So, and also kind of to work with things that we enjoy as well, and we like science, we like science fiction, and we started with that. That's basically, you're working with a mad scientist for the first 3 games in different ways each time, and I can't really say I get them from like a book, per se, but we definitely feed on, our life experiences, different media that we like, consume.
Or something you've probably seen or heard, it's like, oh, I wish they did it this way. Now you can actually take that. And
so, I mean, it's we do a lot of Easter eggs in our games too. Whether it's an Easter egg from a game that you played before here, or whether it's an Easter egg to a form of popular pop culture. We like to do a lot of that, and when we do design a game, we start with the story, and then we kind of think, what will go nice with that story, and what kind of prop will fit in there, and then how do we make that into a puzzle?
Right.
So
okay,
it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, and I think that your process definitely shows in your work, because when you're in there, you really feel like you are in that place, and then everything built around it, the challenges, the obstacles, really enhance the room. In terms of like Do you guys do mobile games? Do you do events, corporate, any like other stuff?
Yeah, we've done a lot of corporate events actually here, and we've done a couple mobile events as well. We do have a mobile escape room that we do bring to trade shows every once in a while, and I have actually donated it to charities for them to run the room themselves for a week and then charge people for it for charity.
Wow.
And that was really cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
In terms of your rooms, just on average, because every builder has a different answer for this, what is your turnaround time? Like, I know this one you're saying by October. Like, is that pretty normal, or is some longer or shorter?
It's very optimistic in my opinion. That's why I'm enlisting extra help for this.
Okay.
If I do it all by myself, it takes me around 6 months.
6 months per room.
Per room.
Okay.
So
well, per game.
Per game. Yeah, per
okay.
game. So this is basically like a 1.5 month turnaround time.
Yeah.
What we're doing. So I'm working with a designer that has a team of people.
Right. So you're gonna come in and just get it cracking.
Yeah.
Hi ESCAPETHEROOMers, I'm here with Nick. We're going to do our 5 key question segment. Our first question for Nick is, what is your favorite category of food?
Ooh, steak. 100%.
Steak, oh my god, I love steak. Second question, I know you've done many escape rooms outside of your own. Do you have one favorite you can recommend?
One favorite. You know, I'm not going to cop out and say my own, but I do really enjoy, probably my favorite was Time Chasers in Stamford and Trapped. Very awesome room. It felt like it was like 4 escape rooms in one. But I would recommend multiple people. We try to do it with 2, it's not enough.
Oh yeah, definitely. That room was also very challenging. The third question for you is, if you were to have the space, I know right now probably the 650, you're going to be the largest.
It would be, yeah, the new one we're planning, 650 square feet, will be 100% our largest room.
Okay, so if you had even bigger space than that and no budget issues, what would be the ideal room you would want to create?
Ooh, I've never thought about that before. It would have to be something that it would be so over the top. That's a really good question.
Or just a theme.
The theme would probably revolve around being a room that would seem like it would be a one-time use room. So like destructive environments kind of thing, where like when you run through it, it's like, how did they set this up? That would be, I would just go so over the top with the special effects that it would be like you're almost in a movie.
Oh, nice. I've experienced some of that in Rome before. Fourth question for you. So if like the puzzles that we see in the rooms, right? I kind of already get a sense of what your favorite like category is, but what would you say your favorite category of puzzles?
Well,
for like to solve or and also to create?
Okay. To solve, I really enjoy the type of puzzles that require you to have a lot of internal visualization. So that goes into a lot of different categories, but usually the ones that most people would probably need to write down, and I don't tend to need to write those down, and I'm really good at kind of visualizing where to move, like a sliding puzzle is an example. I can visualize where I need to move the pieces.
We have to bring you to escape rooms that have sliding puzzles. Because those are just the ones that are just like standing there.
Yeah. I love creating puzzles that I've never seen anyone do before. That's a big fan of myself. Like, I always, any other game we do, we try not to reuse a puzzle, and if we do reuse a mechanic, we do it in a completely different way and theme built into the theme. So
you do theme first and then puzzle when you do the design? Or
yeah, we do theme first and then puzzle. So that way we can try to cater the puzzle to the theme itself. But when I'm trying to design a puzzle, I don't necessarily have a favorite puzzle because I always make it different. But my favorite is one that I hadn't done before or hadn't seen anyone else do before. And actually, one of the coolest puzzles I think we've ever done, which is in a room we don't have anymore, Missing Doctor, we actually used a solar car to retrieve a key, which I still haven't seen anyone use a solar panel that way before.
Yeah.
That was
Wow, that's pretty awesome. Last question for you. Something that people don't know about you, like a hobby, a talent. Like to do on the side.
It just have to be someone who doesn't know me, or people who know me don't know this either.
Probably one of those like hidden ones that you're like, oh my god.
I tend to have a really good eye with copying, I guess, like in terms of like physical movements. So if you see like a cool, unique skill on like a cool video, if I watch that video enough, I can sometimes copy it. So like I saw dice stacking, I just watched a video of it, and then in like 5 minutes I was able to do it.
Wow, so like crazy like memorization skills.
Yeah.
Careful with your credit card numbers. Oh, just kidding. Okay.
It's more with movement than yeah. So I mean, I sometimes with back in the day when I played a lot of video games, if I just watched someone who was really good, I would then suddenly become better just by watching them.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense. Thank you so much. It was fun.
And I noticed, like, you have some really cool walls here. Like, it's very unique. It looks like you can do a lot with the space you have.
If you've ever done our first 3 rooms, these were in every single room that we had, and we've definitely gotten a lot better with hiding them.
Okay.
You didn't see these in the 3 games you played, but they're there. But in here, in this room, this is like I said, this is our oldest room, so we still had the bricks visible.
Okay.
And they're basically like giant Legos.
Yeah, it looks
you could do a lot with them. You can put wires through them. You can put doors in them, and they're actually quite sturdy. No one has ever taken them down, knocked them over. These have been up for almost 3 years, and they haven't moved.
What are they normally for? I mean, they're not built, like, it's not catered towards escape rooms, right?
It's not catered towards escape rooms. It's typically used for businesses to do exactly what we're doing, just not in an escape room.
More like pop-up shops and temporary.
Yeah, like, or if you're in an apartment and you have a big room, but you want to have a roommate,
divider.
you make a divider and something like that, so you can put a door in between. But that's basically what these are. I'm using them for their intention, just they're not necessarily intended for escape rooms.
Right, which is very smart and practical. In terms of your rooms, are they public, private?
All private.
All private.
Yes.
Some
of them have a minimum size.
Right. And I believe most of them are 3 to 4, or
2 of them are 2 and 2 of them are 3.
2 of them are 3. Oh, okay. And in terms of Connecticut, where are we right now? We've been traveling so much throughout Connecticut.
We're in South Windsor.
South Windsor.
If you're familiar with Connecticut, we're right next to Hartford, Manchester, big hub area.
What is there to do in this area if you were to come and knock out all 4 of your rooms, of course? What can they do after that?
There's an amazing brewery right up the road, Connecticut Valley Brewing Company. There's also a really short drive from the Evergreen Walk. Which is a great shopping center, and then right there is the Buckland Hills Mall. So we're really close to a lot of different things that you can do.
And you're very close to Boston. Not Boston, Massachusetts. Like Springfield is.
Springfield is. We get actually a lot of customers from Springfield because we're not far from there.
So you guys are in Massachusetts and you're running out of rooms over there, or there's not enough rooms. Just come over to Connecticut. I mean, how long is the drive? It's not that bad. It's maybe like half an hour.
30 minutes.
Yeah. Half an hour away. Well, thank you so much. We had an amazing time here, Nick, and we'll probably be back for that haunt when it's ready. Take care, ESCAPETHEROOMers. Check out the YouTube video for exclusive content or a little taste of what's in the room, and then our review on the 3 rooms that we played here today. Take care.
For help, for hints and clues for you to think it through. Leaderboard or not is whether you win or lose. 3 hints left for me to choose. 2 hints left for me to use. 1 hint left left for me to move. Time is running out, gotta figure something out. 3 hits left for me to choose. 2 hits left for me to use. 1 hit left for me to move. Time is running out, gotta figure something out.